Against Arsenal, Premier League champions against FA Cup winners. Kick-off next.
Here are the two teams. No Hazard, no Bakayoko, both injured. No Costa or Matic are excluded pending transfer. Antonio Rudiger and record signing Alvaro Morata not joining up just yet with Chelsea. Arsenal with Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Cohen Bramall in the starting lineup. Also include record signing Alex Lacazette. 4 teenagers in the squad that have flown out to Asia. Dignitaries that want to take central stage as well. In fact, there's one that wants to kick off for us. Manager, and he's also signed up for a 23rd. The kings of the Premier League against the rulers of the FA Cup. It's our very own Thrones, and Chelsea immediately onto the front foot. And a chance for Pedro to try and create something, and Arsenal just... Chelsea won the first corner of the game, taken by Fabregas. Headed away here too, and it's a deflection which takes it behind. For much pre-season action as Arsenal. Willian takes the corner. Moses, and he's in behind too. His shot saved by Ospina. It was a pretty tame effort. There's another one, Iwobi finding Bramall. Getting forward quickly, just a heavy touch there might have taken it too far. Niles, and Willian is away here. He's got support, but he might not need it. Away.
Yeah, Maitland-Niles here, just a sloppy touch. He's not concentrating enough. He's not decisive enough with the ball. He recovers well, I have to say. Pressure on Willian there, just to put him under enough pressure to force him to squeeze it well, but really a chance missed by Willian.
This is decent looking cross. Batshuayi, Chelsea. Alonso. Stretch for Fabregas. Willian takes over. Season last year. Another cross which is blocked by Monreal. 9 of the 18 that were involved in that matchday squad are not of... Here's Özil. Skating forward and finding Lacazette, who tried to return it. Contact. Trying to find Willian. Given away by Azpilicueta. This is Iwobi. Özil with Lacazette, and also Aaron Ramsey arriving late and prodding.
To find him with these type of passes. Great pass in between the two defenders, and
any has given a free kick against Pedro.
Be interesting to see the replay on what he nearly handles just on the goal line, but I can't see where the foul's coming from there.
On that, I think it might show that when he touched the ball, he was outside the box.
Yes, it's a nasty collision. They're on the ball. He's totally focused on wanting to take that touch, and
coming up for you in the next few days. In fact, on Thursday night we've got live action from Goodison Park. ITV4. Cahill was across, and that wasn't the best appearances from David Luiz. Be able to continue. So Jeremy Boga is about to come on, the Ivory Coast Bain. He's only 20 years of age.
Pressing the ball in midfield and putting pressure on the opposition.
Another drinks break. Fantastic first campaign, didn't he? Led Chelsea to the Premier League title at the first attempt, guiding them to what was also reached the FA Cup as far as debut season is concerned. Representing an offside position, Thibaut Courtois comes a long way to deal with it and does so successfully. Might come here for Willian. Does come for Willian. Still going. It's Willian. It's a save by David Ospina. Victor Moses. And another reaction save by the Colombian goalkeeper to keep Chelsea.
Another poor kind of error from Arsenal with the Maitland-Niles with a header into midfield and really pounced upon by Moses.
Intelligent corner, and Michy Batshuayi tucks it home. Here's the offside flag up. He's frustrated about that. The Chinese officials have...
They get out, but they're not. There's not enough pressure on the ball as it comes out. They're too far off. It looks onside to me. Just the decision making.
Chance for Boga here. He's in behind Maitland-Niles. He's then been held up. He's still got hold of it. Sensible play to work it out to Victor Moses, who's got a chance to cross again. And Mertesacker, well, that could have gone anywhere.
And cross like that, it's too easy for him to get round and
It's a decent delivery, and he's found Cahill. Or completing his medical in London. Bogut, good feet. On to Batshuayi, dragged the shot a little. Conte, Batshuayi trying to wriggle away from Mertesacker. And that was superb from Batshuayi. He's found Willian. Boga is joining the attack. Moses is there too. Willian goes for goal himself. And this... They have been threatening to take charge of this fixture before. Scored a hat-trick against Fulham last weekend. He's on the score sheet once more.
Monreal has to keep him going on the outside. I will gladly let him go on the outside of me there and show him to the goal line. You allow man like Willian, only needs half an opportunity or half a yard to...
Here is Batshuayi, some space for him too. And Chelsea score a double in...
From Bramall, I think it was, and development over the ball was a real sloppy touch or sloppy play from Bramall. Kante doesn't need another opportunity to dispossess somebody, and Mertesacker's body weight's going the wrong way, cuts inside.
He's lurking, and Batshuayi is denied by Jacket. Fabregas, Boga. It's quick and slick from Chelsea, and it's a bit sloppy. Bramall.
To give other players some game time.
4 minutes of added time at the end of the first 45. Arsene Wenger's certainly not looking happy. We've almost had a 20-minute half-time, talking about being a stickler for the rules. We're underway in the second half eventually, and Arsenal do have 11 minutes. Marcus Alonso, who leaves Oxlade-Chamberlain on the floor. Alonso, and it's hit beautifully by Michy Batshuayi. It's 3 goals for a second goal on the night.
They really put Arsenal on the back foot, and Chamberlain doesn't get the brakes on well enough there. Maybe the pitch has something to do with that, but take nothing away. It's a nice way to pass here from Alonso, and just to sweep that with his left foot with a bit of like outstanding finish. And
new signing, left full-back. It might spell the end of Kieran Gibbs's tenure at Arsenal. He looks to be heading to Watford.
This environment, it's not easy.
Here's Özil trying to get away from Cahill and Marcus Alonso. These two will play in the Community Shield as well. Here's Welbeck, and it's right on the edge of the penalty. A free kick for Arsenal in a dangerous area.
Really good flick from Giroud to create the opportunity, but
it's going to be Ramsey, or is it Giroud through the wall? No. And he tries to disguise it. In the end, it's come to nothing. Playing in Özil's onside here. Can he produce a cross? Oh, it's through Aaron Ramsey's legs. Comes back out, and
but these, you know, he always picks people out. There's never just a hopeful ball into the box. It's a great cutback. Should make better I'm not sure if Caballero just gets a bit of a no.
Conte. Fabregas looking for Moses. Moses might keep this in, he does, and Kolasinac manages him. Trying to brush Conte aside, Ramsey. Now Giroud again, Özil waiting in the centre, Giroud into the goal. Scoring against Leicester as well. Willian takes a mean free kick too, but it is Alonso. Conte, back in by Fabregas, who always got that. You can see that. Marcus Alonso takes on Elneny and takes on a shot which was never really going for you on Thursday night. ITV4, we're underway at 7:30. Giroud. Still Olivier Giroud. And this time, here's Boga. They move through the third so quickly, Chelsea. This is Boga again. Comes on for Willian. Here is Kennedy. He's thrown himself to the floor rather dramatically down the right-hand side. He was at Crystal Palace on loan last season. Didn't work out for him. Still got the ball here. Take. Super take. And almost finished off too. Ajax, a Dutch forward, to get a chance for the last 15 minutes of the game. Chelsea going to make...
So all set after the delayed start here in the great atmosphere and the allure and glamour given the global nature of the structure of this International Champions Cup. Games continuing in coming days. The man who's won it everywhere he's gone, won everything pretty much against a man short of trophies in recent years. Two of them seriously injured in pre-season last year. That may also explain the thinking there. Something of a goalkeeper shortage for Bayern. Manny Neuer and Sven Ulreich still working their way back to fitness, and all of those who featured successfully in the big international tournaments have been given additional time off. So no Joshua Kimmich, Niklas Süle, Sebastian Rudy, nor Arturo Vidal. But Corentin Tolisso is in, and so too James Rodriguez. Arsenal's travelling party to Asia and Australia a long way from full strength. This is the starting lineup, and it does include Alexandre Lacazette and the other high-profile signing of the summer for Arsenal, Sead Kolasinac, who has arrived on a free transfer from Schalke. But no Mertesacker, and that's a late change. Guan Xing all set to get it underway here. Bayern from left to right in the Shanghai Stadium. The only boss to win the Champions League 3 times, and still Wenger waits. Only once has he truly been close, and in recent years,
because of its completely comprehensive nature, and only Alexis Sanchez really came out of that tie with any credit.
Ribéry trying to run on the outside of Maitland-Niles, twisting and turning him. Low below this side, seemed to be a hand in that. Hamas had the hit. He's 34, going on 18, this fellow Franck Ribéry. That's how he speaks about himself.
I think Bayern know they can't rely on Franck Ribéry forever.
A little bit of room for Kolasinac. Loves to come forward. Ozil onside. Squared by Welbeck. Inviting for Xhaka.
First real move into the final third for Arsenal. Granit Xhaka from his time at Gladbach has a great record against Bayern, and he can.
Here comes Bernat. He thought about having a hit, took on a lot then. Maitland-Niles has given a penalty away. Bernat was just too sharp and strong for him, for the youngster.
Good industry from Bernat to get into that position. There's not a great deal.
Powers it home, and Bayern lead 1-0 here in Shanghai. They feel hard done by Arsenal. Lewandowski could not care either way. Czech went the wrong way.
He really looks in doubt with Robert Lewandowski. It's a superb penalty. Petr Cech couldn't read him. And the second top scorer in the Bundesliga last season. One of the best strikers in the world. Puts that away coolly, and Bayern, I have to say, have started very well and probably deserve their advantage.
Name only 3.
A real test for that makeshift Arsenal backline today.
Welbeck's ball in was a good one. That was a fabulous strike by Ozil, and it hit Tom Stark, and I don't think he knew much about it. If Ozil had been able to steer it either side, surely Arsenal were level.
Fine work from Danny Welbeck, who needs a full season fit. And he picks out the run of Ozil brilliantly up against many of his international teammates here.
Arsenal's best day, really, and for many fans, their best performance. Thomas Muller. Arsenal opened up, they're 2 down, except the only disappointment is that Tolisso was offside. Let off for Arsenal.
Regardless, wonderful weight on the header. Oh, it's a woeful decision.
It's way onside.
Pass that he can bend round.
Lacazette is in here for Arsenal, and he's denied by a brilliant stop by Starker.
It was almost certain he was going to bury that, Alexander Lacazette. There's the combination we've been talking about. And that threaded ball into Lacazette was spot on. Great goalkeeping from the veteran who, as you say, is filling in.
Weekend by the start of the Premier League season against Leicester City. Home game. First 3 in August, followed by Stoke and Liverpool. Thomas Muller, deflection unchecked, did very, very well.
Really good recovery from Petr Cech, having already committed. But this is what they do, all those quick, short recovery saves in training that you see that are so impressive. Decisive deflection, still one of the Premier League's best, Petr Cech.
And when not training, keep
playing in his number one position. But he showed too much of the outside to Ribéry for that chance for Bernat. A full credit to Petr Cech, who's keeping.
Rodriguez is free and nobody's really picking him up the other side of the box. That's where it's aimed. He had so much time, Rodriguez, and yet again Petr Cech
Need to get a little bit more comfortable. The weight on the pass was wonderful.
The
Onside
question
as well.
Sorry, Rob, I think the question should be aimed at Kolasinac. It's his job to. Here comes Thomas Muller. Ribéry goes again. That's fantastic from Ribéry, and what a fine piece of mopping up by Granit Xhaka.
You just had no idea how Bayern were going to work that 4 against 3 situation, and it was a wonderful surprise to see that outside pass. And James close again to getting on the score sheet here for Bayern.
Little change of pace by Ribéry, amazing. All bar the finishing touch. Wait. And again, Arsenal looking a bit misshapen here. Coman, oh, Lewandowski. James, denied by Cech. Did Lewandowski leave that? Surely not.
Arsenal exposed down their left-hand side again, the Bayern right. Wonderful swift play from Bayern. And this time Coman went early with the ball.
There you are, Lewandowski. Score it. I'm mystified by that, really, having watched him so often in those positions, and it's not like him to give a teammate a chance in front of goal, that's for sure. Maybe he felt he couldn't get, stops him. Hummels strolls onto it, flicks it clear. Ribéry is full of running again and just denied by Cech. Well, I know he has his own personal conditioners and so on, but what a job they have done with Ribéry to get him looking this good again after the injury problems he's had. Well done to Cech for winning the race, incidentally.
Well, that was reminiscent of a man not available.
Of course, he's had so many problems with his hamstrings particularly, that might be one of the reasons. It was Alaba who made a real mess of that, and that's not much better. Alaba, I was about to say, doing his Lewandowski impression, going all the way in there, just looking for the tap in, but that's where the similarity ended.
Nice break forward, and it was well spotted by Bernat, but no connection at all from the Austrian Footballer of the Year.
Now or never really for Arsenal in this game. It won't be. He's done well. Aaron Ramsey. Iwobi, yes! Arsenal level it right at the death. Alex Iwobi's got the goal. Well, it's not quite the FA Cup final, but it was Aaron Ramsey involved in it. This time the provider, and nearly as good a header.
Wonderful from Arsenal to finish the game with an equaliser of such high quality. Execution from this situation is brilliant. And Aaron Ramsey knew exactly when Iwobi was going to arrive on the scene to plant that header into the corner.
Superb from Ramsey, and what a good header it was. Maybe it was nearly as good as Ramsey's. Different context completely, of course, but a great moment for Iwobi.
Really celebrated that moment, and so did those young players who have resisted Bayern in the second half and avoided them extending their advantage.
So Bayern, who really dominated the first 45 minutes and had so many chances, may be asking themselves why it's ended up here at 1-1, but Arsenal take all the credit, their young players, for not giving up on it, giving everything, and at last, very much at the last, carving out that chance, which Iwobi took with some aplomb. And it finishes here, Bayern Munich 1, Arsenal 1.